Hey, welcome again. This is yet another lecture, and this is the last lecture that is about this program. And as you may guess it, we're talking about these last two lines. These are the very last lines that we haven't covered yet. So we covered everything from the first line to this line here. And what is this? Well, this is a for loop. What a for loop does is a for loop goes through a sequence object, which could be a list, a string, a dictionary, and it goes through all the items of that sequence and it does something to each item. Let me go ahead and demonstrate that. Let's say A is a list 1, 2, 3, so it has 3 items. What if you want to print out each item in each line? Well, you could do print A0, print A1, print A2. So you'd have a script with these 3 lines of code, and you'd get 1 to 3. However, what if you have a list with 100 items? You don't want to execute the print function 100 times. You don't want to type down the print function 100 times. What you do instead is you do for and pick a variable, let's say I or item, whatever you want, in A, print item. And this is what you get, 1, 2, 3. You could do that for lists, you could do that for strings, for item in A, print item. As you see, you could also do that for dictionaries. Let's say pins is a dictionary. For item in pins, print item. And you get Mike, Joe, Jack. As you see, this is a bit different because this is printing out the keys of the dictionary. So when you just do pins, it prints out the keys of the dictionary. If you want to print out the values of the dictionary, you do pins.values. Print item. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Also, I want to tell you that the equivalent of for item in pins is the same as doing for item in pins keys. Print item. And that will give you the keys one by one. And that's exactly what we're doing in here. So let me exit this and execute basics.py 1, 2, 3, 4 banana. As you see, in this case, this is not executed. So the expressions under else are not executed because this condition here was evaluated to true. But if you enter an incorrect pin, you see that you get Mike, Joe, Jack. So this is just to show the user that this info can be accessed only by, so which is here, print incorrect pin, print this info can be accessed only by, and then next the for loop will print out each of the keys of the pins dictionary. That's the idea. Of course, let me open a Python shell again. Of course, that to print function, the print function is not the only thing you can do under a for loop. You can also do other things like create another variable like c equals to I plus 10, and maybe then print c again. So as you see, you can do operations under the for loop. And the way this works is now the for loop. What it does is it works with iterations. So it starts with by assigning the first item of this sequence to the variable I. So this is a variable in this case, So in the first iteration, I will be equal to 1. And so what you do is you create a variable c equals to 1 plus 10, which means c will be equal at 11 for now. And then you print out c. That's why you get 11. And then the loop will go again to the list. It will check if there are more items. In this case, there is another item, which is item 2. So I will be assigned the value of 2. And then c, which currently has a value of 11, will be updated with 2 plus 10. So c will get the value of 12. And we print the value of c, so we get 12. The loop again checks if there is one more item in the list. Yes, there is. So again, e is equal to 3, c is updated with 13 and printed out in here. And then the for loop goes again to the list. Are there more items? Well, there are no more items, so the loop ends. It terminates and then the program also terminates. That's the idea. You can also iterate through the file, like that. C, which is a content. So C at this point is just a string. If we iterate through that for now, for I in C, print I, what we get is we get the string items one by one, because the string, the items of the strings are characters. But we don't want that in this case. We want to print out the words one by one, not the characters. And therefore we need to convert C into a list using split lines. As you see, C now is a list. So if you do for I in C, print I, you get apple, orange, banana. So that's about the for loop. For loops are very powerful, as you see, when you do batch operations. So when you apply a function or a method or some operations multiple times using different items in some compound data types such as lists, dictionaries, and strings. And yeah, I hope this is clear, and I'll talk to you later.